My life began as a grain of sand in a place now called Tibet, in the hardest rock, then at last unlocked by the wind and the freezing wet. In a glacial grasp, I was held steadfast with the ice as my only friend, till that final flaw caused the season's thaw to allow my trip to begin. Through crack and seam, the rushing stream raced down through the ice and the snow. I was swept away over stone and clay and into the valley below. I continued to ride as the river grew wide, though the progress was slow as could be. Then finally one day, to my utter dismay, I arrived at the bed of the sea. For eons and more, I'm not very sure, I sank slowly into the sand. Surrounded I was, but lonely because I didn't see God's perfect plan. But he had his way, when an oyster one day extended his foot to my spot. When the creature withdrew, I came along too. In fact, I was all that he got. Unable to try to find my true place in the world. Then divers come down, and I'm suddenly found in the heart of a beautiful pearl. From pocket to purse, my wealth was dispersed. As I traveled, I bought many things. I bore the expense of both pauper and prince, and finally the ransom of kings. The kings numbered 3 and were destined to be bound eastward to follow a star. To the place of the birth of the Lord on this earth, they were carrying gifts from afar. Gold, to be sure, and that precious stuff myrrh, and frankincense for God's own Son, and a small leather purse with a mystical verse for the pearl of great price I'd become. I remember that night and the glorious sight, as the shepherds and kings praised the Son, both mother and child with the world reconciled by a Savior whose work had begun. Then fear gripped the land, as King Herod's cruel hand threatened all innocent ones, and the need for the trip to escape to Egypt meant selling me off for the funds. So Joseph and wife began their new life by selling a pearl of great price, and I, simply sand, played a part in God's plan by saving the life of our Christ.